Welcome to Cooking with Parker. Today I'm going to be making a broccoli cheddar soup, one of those ultimate comfort foods. Really simple and easy to make and delicious. So I'm going to kind of be showing you my steps and practices, give you a couple tips along the way. Let's go. So I'm going to start off by making a ham bone broth or stock. You can always skip this step, just make a chicken broth or use pre-made chicken broth, but it's about the same idea here. Use my Instant Pot as well. We just throw everything in together. You can do this in a stock pot if you don't have an Instant Pot. So throw the bones in there first, keep it on saute, then some celery, carrots, a little bit of peppercorn, garlic. That's all there is to it. Cover this with water, so about 8 cups or 2 quarts. Pressure cooker is just beeping at me, letting me know it's ready to go. Finally, I'm going to add some aromatics, just using some nice thyme here. Use bay leaves as well, or really any sort of herb, dried or fresh that you like. Give it a little extra flavor. Just set my pot to cook for an hour and a half. It's going to give some nice, rich ham broth. While that's going, I'm going to keep working on my soup. So I'm going to dice up an onion. Get this fast with practice, or video editing. Just dice it up. Don't forget to go back and get that root end. Add a tablespoon of butter to a pot. We're going to sweat our onions down in that. Use your bench scraper to collect all those onions up. Really what a great little tool to have. Add a nice sprinkling of salt. That'll help draw the moisture out from the onions. Just speed up the cooking process a little bit. So after about 5 minutes, it starts to look like this. I added a 1/4 cup of flour, started to stir that in, and then go with another couple tablespoons of butter, kind of creating a roux that'll thicken the soup. And then we add 2 cups of milk to the thing. That'll be a nice base for our soup. Next, we got all our veggies. So we got broccoli, carrots, and celery. All of these were actually left over from kind of a crudité board that I didn't end up using. But if you want to make this fresh, you can always, buy the veggies that you need. Just take the celery, cut in nice thin slices. I'm gonna set those aside, and about a cup's worth for that. Take our baby carrots, cut these into matchsticks. Cut them into whatever shape you like, but the matchsticks will give a nice kind of strands throughout the broccoli cheddar soup. Just cut that all up, set it aside, going for about 1 cup again of carrots. I'm gonna take the broccoli, cut these into nice bite-sized pieces. Most of the work was already done for me, but you can grab a whole head of broccoli, just cut it all up to bite size, get about 4 to 5 cups worth, a nice generous amount of broccoli for this soup. So a quick little trick for the garlic, I'm just gonna crush it lightly with my back of the knife and then grate it directly into my soup base. You can do garlic however you like, but this will give a nice flavor, just melts right into the soup. I started the Instant Pot this morning, took about an hour and a half. Conventionally, stock pot might take you a few hours. You just wanna cook it till it's reduced down for a good bit. Drain it in a colander, get all that bones and veggies out of there. The nice thing about the Instant Pot is there's not as much evaporation, so still ended up with full 8 cups of stock at the end. Just use a fine mesh strainer, get kind of some of the junk, the thyme leaves out of there. You can leave a little bit, it's not going to hurt anything. Just use a measuring cup, get 2 cups of our ham stock, and pour it directly into the soup base. And we just give it a quick stir to bring it all together. After that, we're just going to toss in all our veggies. We got our carrots, our celery, and our broccoli. Just going to stir this all together. Make sure you get all that broccoli in there. It's one of the stars of the show. We're going to cover it up and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. While it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and grate the cheese. Use a nice 1/2 pound of sharp cheddar cheese using the fine mesh of my grater. You can leave a few blocks though, it'll all just melt in together. Go ahead and check the soup. Just going to stir it up. I can feel the broccoli is nice and tender with the spatula. Go ahead and grab that cheese, use my bench scraper again, drop that all in there. Make sure you get all that good cheese in there, second star of our show today. And just kind of stir that up till the cheese melts. Takes a few minutes, but soup's nice and hot, so it'll all incorporate together nicely. Go ahead and give the soup a taste. That's on point. I'm gonna season it a little bit, just give it some extra depth of flavor. Make sure you always taste your food as you go along and season it how you like. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of paprika, I'm not measuring these out, just kind of sprinkle, lighten up this dish a little bit. Some ground white pepper. Add just a few dashes Tabasco. Be sure not to do too much and overpower it. I've made that mistake before. Finally, we're gonna finish with a little bit of nutmeg. So with seasoning, kind of, just eyeball it here. Probably about a teaspoon of each one. Kind of go with what your heart feels. Go ahead and plate myself up a bowl. It's a little thinner than maybe a traditional broccoli cheddar soup. You know, sometimes they blend in the broccoli because it's nice thickness. If you want it thicker, you can always add kind of a cornstarch slurry or even thin it out, add a little bit more milk. Just gonna garnish with some cheddar. So there we have a nice broccoli cheddar soup. Really simple, delicious. Give it another bite. It's all the right notes, all those fresh veggies. And the cream, the cheese. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.